I'm not sure if this is recording. Am I recording already? Hi, everyone. I'm Aubrey. This is Crybaby's Homestead. And today we are going to be looking at a song that I wrote. I actually wrote the song when I was, I want to say 19. I wrote it in 1999. In 1997, I experienced my first true heartbreak. I was in high school and I had been dating the same boy for 3 years, completely in love. We were going to run away and get married, that kind of love, right? Very naive and gullible. And there's a thing about that naivete that you are able to love so deeply because you don't have the fear or the inhibitions that go along with having your heart broken. And so there's that level of trust. And I loved him so deeply. And I wrote a lot of songs for him. And then he broke my heart, as it goes, right? And after that, I wrote a lot of sad, melancholy type songs. And this one I wrote 2 years later. And I didn't realize at the time, but I had boyfriends later, when I was in college, whatever. And whenever we would break up, I didn't love them because I wasn't capable of loving that deep again. Because you don't trust people the same after your heart is broken. And I wrote these, I think, beautiful songs. They start off as poems and reflecting on all the pain that you have when your heart has been broken and so forth. And I didn't realize that those songs that I was writing for other people were for him. And for that ability to love so deeply and truly that you do the first time that you love before your heart is broken. And so I actually came across, I have like an anthology of poems that I wrote, for many, many years. And as I'm going through my divorce, I was reading them and kind of shocked because I'm a teacher now. And whenever I see that a student has written something like that, I'm very impressed because I'm like, well, you're so young. How did you have such, wise words and you felt all these passionate things? But that soul that we have when we're in our 40s, 50s, 80s, we have that soul our whole lives. That ability to love deeply and infinitely and to be a good friend and to be, to have kindness and forgiveness and to be truly wounded. We are always capable of those things, even when we're infants. So the ability to express how you feel, some of us never get that. I can't take credit for anything I write because I feel like I have an automatic download that happens to me. It's like I experience something, I feel something, and all of a sudden I have this rush, and it's like God is giving me the way to express my pain and love, and not always pain, sometimes it's good stuff, in a way that's really authentic and transparent. And even though some of it is, symbolic, I think you'll understand the meaning of it. I decided to put a little intro on this because my song videos are not getting views. And it's by far my best content. And I know the other content is more trendy. It's about spending money and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to still do those videos. But I really think that my song videos deserve a chance. It is not AI writing the lyrics. I am writing the lyrics. and I spend quite a bit of time working with the AI to make the sounds that I prefer, and I put a lot of thought into the editing, um, and choosing the styles that match the song and all that stuff, and making sure it all works. So I hope you enjoy this song. And remember, I did write this when I was literally 19 years old, about a heartache that I experienced a few years prior to that. I am certain I thought I was writing about a boy that I was sad about in that moment, but I was really writing about the boy I was sad about from my high school years. And now that I hear it again, it resonates. And so whenever you hear a song, or if you read a poem or whatever, those situations can resonate with your own life and what you're going through right now. I hope that this means something to you. Enjoy.
You will never hear the words I wrote for you. For all the while waiting, the north wind blew, and you, of all hearts, the truth denied, left me to weep the tears you said I'd never cry. A broken heart is left to bear, sorrow for the heart that never cared. My words were naive to glorify the love I swore was not a lie. But evening proved and truth revealed the thorns that grew in this flowering field, and all the rocks that grass unshown. You could not love what you have not known. For in the quiet when you thought you knew, I was thinking of the last wind that blew, frightened that your words deceived, and so to love I poor perceived that I should not let you see my heart, for power then to you to tear apart all that I have ever loved, from here to heaven and the stars above. And so you went away from me, unaware that I am what you did not see. But had you stayed a while more, I would have welcomed you to my heart's shore. After all of this, all I saved was your heart, for I loved you in every part. But things unknown will not make you cry, nor will the unheard be seen as lie. For that you have not seen is not because it has not been, but because it will not be. For you, cruel heart, have not loved me, but ever as poor as I perceived. I was right and you did leave.
And I'm going to go ahead and do this as a reading. because I can't sing. And then I wrote this February 12th, 1999. So let's see, 97. And it would have been the 99. That would have been 97, 98, my sophomore year, the second semester of my sophomore year. Okay, so I wrote it February 12th, 1999, a couple days before Valentine's Day, which was my luck. People always broke up with me before Valentine's Day. That's sweet. I love you too. Okay, so it goes. You will never hear the words I wrote for you, for all the while waiting, the north wind blew. And you, of all hearts, the truth denied, left me to weep the tears you said I'd never cry. A broken heart is left to bear, sorrow for the heart that never cared. My words were naive to glorify the love I swore was not a lie. But evening proved, and truth revealed, the thorns that grew in this flowering field, and all the rocks that grass unshone. You could not love what you have not known. For in the quiet, when you thought you knew, I was thinking of the last wind that blew, frightened that your words deceived, and so to love I poor perceived. That I should not let you see my heart, for power then to you to tear apart all that I have ever loved, from here to heaven and the stars above. And so you went away from me, unaware that I am what you did not see. But had you stayed a while more, I would have welcomed you to my heart's shore. After all of this, all I saved was your heart, for I loved you in every part. But things unknown will not make you cry, nor will the unheard be seen as lie. For that you have not seen is not because it has not been. It is not because, but because it will not be. For you, cruel heart, have not loved me. But ever as I poor perceived, I was right, and you did leave. And that's how it goes.